Hey, I'm back. I did it. Skill wise, you're fully qualified. Now I'll give you a star. Yes, I can. Yes, boys. Time for the gym leader stuff. Now this is where we get to the harder stuff. Dual type Pokemon. Here we go. Welcome to the gym leader class. Since you keep attending my classes, I guess you must like what I have to offer. I'm certainly am glad. Today I would like to talk about types. The lesson is a little long, so please do try to stay awake. You already know that some Pokemon have two types. For example, consider a grass and poison type Pokemon. The power of its grass and poison type moves will be multiplied by 1.5. Ah, you already knew that. Good. Then I'll explain further. A dual type Pokemon has also two sets of type matchups. This is especially important when it is attacked. Yes, I agree with Earl here. You've probably seen from a bunch of my Pokemon playthroughs, I do try to go for dual types. Dual types can be very good, in some cases. Uh, so you can be able to have 1.5 effect on some certain moves. It's very good to have dual types. However, it can get very fucked when it comes to like certain things. Like, take for instance a very good example: Snover and Abomasnow. They have grass and ice, right? But because they're both weak to fire, they take more damage from a fire attack than what a normal grass type would. So some certain Pokemon are kind of fucked when it comes to going out in battle. It can get really just fucking floored, especially like Groudon. Groudon is really good and is very known as a legendary. But the moment that thing gets hit with a legendary like Lugia or Kyogre, it's fucked. It's game over. Essentially, it's fucked. But yes, it is very important to check for dual typings and stuff like that. Do you know the type matchups? Double damage is inflicted if it's super effective, and if it's not effective, the power is halved. It isn't. It has no effect at the power is 0. Yes. When a dual type Pokemon is attacked, the two type matchups are multiplied. This is how it works. Type 1 times Type 2. Perhaps I should explain a bit further. Yes, so if Abomasnow got hit by Flamethrower, it get times by 8. If I was remember, yeah, it get times by 8. Essentially, it would just die on the spot. Sometimes. Depending upon the defense and special defense and other IVs of other Pokemon. But anyways, say the dual type Pokemon is hit by an attack. Also assume that the type matchup of the attack move is good against both types. In this case, Type 1 takes double damage and Type 2 takes double damage. Now multiply the two damage multipliers. 2 times 2 is 4. In other words, the move's power is quadrupled. For example, let's say a fire and rock type Magcargo is hit by a water attack. As a water attack is super effective against both types, damage would be 4 times greater than normal. The opposite could also occur. For instance, Type 1 halves the damage and Type 2 halves the damage. Multiplying these, we get 1... Yeah. 1/2 and 1/2 equals 1/4. So in this case, the Pokemon would be hit with only 1/4, a quarter or 1/4 of the user's power, which you need to be careful about that. For example, would a bug and poison type Spinarak hit by a grass type move, it's basically not very effective, and it's a mere scrape. How about this situation? Type 1 takes double the damage, Type 2 halves the damage. Multiply the damage, okay, yeah. Damagers, 2 times 1.5. We get the combined damage multiplier of 1. In this case, the poor Type 1 matchup is rectified by the favorable Type 2 matchup. Okay. The water and electric type Latern in similar Pokemon manage to protect themselves against electric type attacks. Yes. This should be obvious. Type 1 takes double the damage, Type 2 takes no damage at all. So, in this situation, the multiplication of damage multipliers is 2 times 0, which is 0. In other words, the move will have no effect. Let's say a poison and flying type Golbat is attacked by Earthquake. Ground type move. According to type matchups, poison type Pokemon takes double damage from ground attacks, but because ground type attacks have no effect against flying type Pokemon, the multiplier is 2 times 0 equals 0. The ground type attack won't do any damage, yes. As I have just showed, dual type Pokemon may have more weaknesses and or cleverly cover for weaknesses. This is just one of the wonderful mysteries that surround Pokemon. Yep. What's your question, Earl? Which type of move will inflict quadruple damage on a fire and rock type Pokemon?
Water.
Yeah, water. Okay, that's it. That's correct. I'm glad you listened to my lessons carefully. You better listen to Earl, or else he'll cut your fucking fingers off. Alright, multiply damage. Okay. This lesson is one of my favorite topics. Match up math. I will show you how much damage can vary due to Pokemon type matchups. Yes, I'm reading this. Dry, why are you doing this? I'm doing it. Shut up.
It's Pokemon.
Let me have my calm before the storm, okay? Because the rest of the LP, I'm going to be constantly stressed out against trainers. So let me have my calm before the storm, please. Thank you.
The reason why he was going apeshit was because his water. By the way.
What?
The cat, his water bowl wasn't as full, so he was going apeshit because of that.
Oh, okay.
I also did his litter and food just in case.
Thank you. Alright, now where was I? Oh yeah, so, yes guys, let me have my calm before the storm. I generally just want to relax before I get into gym leader battles. I should start Evo Creo tomorrow, Joe. Because you've probably seen from my trainer level, I'm like level 61 now in trainer level, and basically unlocked the thing in the skill tree where my Creo get double experience. So that's what I was catching Creo for like the last few hours, just so I can be able to get double experience, and I will try to get the halved items off thing so I can get more links, so I can train up the thing more, but it'll just have to be more work. Previously, I told about Pokemon that have 2 types. Do you understand that topic? A dual-type Pokemon multiplies the damage multipliers of 2 type matchups. At most, the damage could be quadrupled. At worst, it may not inflict any damage. Obviously, the amount of damage inflicted could vary a lot. Actually, there are other multipliers. No! There's more. No. It contains a bucket. Dear God. There's more. No. It also contains a bucket. Dear God.
God. Shut the fuck up.
If the Pokemon... Imagine the TFS2 crew just in fucking Earl's school. Learning about Pokemon. Earl just pulls out a bucket with the type damages and... Dear God. There's more multiplier effects. No. The Pokemon's type and move type are the same. The move's attack power is multiplied by 1.5. Yes. Hitting a weak spot means double damage. Yes.
Okay, so I have...
These factors are also multiplied. Let me give you an example. Let's say an electric type Ampharos is battling a water and flying type Gyarados. Ampharos use Thunderbolt. if the attack becomes a critical hit... Do you see the math? Yeah. So, 1.5 times Ampharos using electric type move, which matches its own type, times quadruple the attack move and strikes a water and flying type Pokemon. The combined damage multiplier is 2 times 2 is 4, or times 4 that damage, and then times double, and let's say the move strikes a weak spot. Meaning, basically that Gyarados, like I was saying with that Ampharos, or that Abomasnow, if that Abomasnow got hit by a Flamethrower and he gets a critical hit, that fucking thing gets, like, 12 times damage and dies.
Yeah.
This is why you have to be very careful when it comes to competitive Pokemon, because, if you are not careful, you're basically just going to be sending a Pokemon just to die. it can get really dicey. So we'll talk about more of that in the next video, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.